So I think this is where I draw the line. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Waltz, and today I'm super excited because I finally got my hands on the 88-inch 8K Z2 from LG, and this thing is an absolute beast. It was crazy to unbox, and just the picture quality is unlike anything I've seen before. So we do have a lot to cover, so we're going to break the video into 4 parts: picture quality, features and design, audio, and my personal thoughts. So without further ado, let's jump right into the picture quality. Now, unlike most OLEDs that we're used to, as far as resolution goes, this TV has an 8K resolution. In a standard 4K TV, you're looking at about 8.3 million pixels, but on this guy, because it's 8K, there's 33 million pixels, which is absolutely insane, and it actually is the first 8K OLED I've seen, so it definitely was, you know, high up on my list for things that I thought would look amazing, but I did not think it would look this amazing. And if you're really considering buying this TV, you probably already know a lot about OLED technology, but in case you don't, and this is your first time hearing about OLED, essentially what OLED is it's an individual light for every pixel that can turn itself off: red, green, blue, or white. And because most TVs have edge lighting or backlighting, you can't get as perfect of a black as you can with an OLED. So yeah, it's gonna have amazing color and super dark contrasts and blacks. And honestly, if you've never seen an OLED next to a regular TV before, you're missing out. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, 8K, why do I need 8K? I mean, that's too much. We don't even have everything in 4K. Well, the truth is we're close to having everything in 4K, and we also have this thing called AI upscaling, artificial intelligence upscaling, and what that is going to do is going to scale the picture up, right? And so when you stretch something, right, let's say pizza dough, right, you stretch your pizza dough, you're going to start to see like holes and missing information. It's the same thing with the screen. What that is doing is it's actually predicting what those pixels would have been if it was an 8K image. So yes, it's not, you know, going to produce 8K sources, but it's going to make 4K sources look like 8K sources, and that's pretty much all we have until we really start to get 8K content, but at least you know that your TV will be future-proof. And to run this, you're going to need a better processor than what you see in most standard TVs, so it is going to come with the Alpha 9 AI Gen 5 processor 8K, which is just an absolute beast of a processor, and it's going to help with a lot of different things, but that'll lead us into our next part. Now, like I said earlier, processing power is important for other things, and one of those things is the operating system. This TV is actually running off LG's own operating system, their Web OS, which is one of my favorites personally, just because of how smooth it's always been for me and how easy it is to, you know, control the apps and put them where you'd want. Basically, premium set, we're looking at really good usage of your operating system. You don't have to sit there and finagle with your passwords because it's not loading fast enough, something that you do have to worry about in, you know, super cheap TVs. So definitely you're getting your money's worth when it comes to processing power. And also, I do want to applaud LG for including an awesome signature style remote for this signature style TV. So if they didn't have that, I'd be definitely bummed, but it was something that they introduced with early models like the E6P, and I always like to see it there. When it comes to connections, you can connect this, you know, via Ethernet or Wi-Fi through Wi-Fi 6. It also has Bluetooth 5.0, so if you have a speaker you want to hook up that's not a soundbar, you could definitely do that. And as far as physical connections go, it does come with 3 USB 2.0 ports, an optical port for all your sound, and 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. And yes, they can all do 4K at 120 Hz, but more impressively, 8K at 60 Hz. So you can make sure that you have the best possible connections with a TV like this. And if you're going to be hooking this up to a, you know, surround system or maybe even a soundbar, you're definitely going to want to upgrade the HDMI cable so you don't get any loss between that extremely high quality picture and high quality audio. A brand I personally recommend and trust a lot is AudioQuest, and we have done a video on them, so you should definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Oh, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Now, when it comes to gaming, like I said earlier with the 120 hertz refresh rate ports, it does do 120 hertz refresh rate, so it's going to be perfect for those next-gen consoles. But more impressively, and honestly something that could be forgotten about a lot when it comes to TVs, is the response time. So with this TV, you get a 1 millisecond response time, and that's going to match the 120 hertz to give you a seamless, almost zero delay experience, which is exactly what you want if you're playing super competitive games or FPS shooter games where, you have things that are loading right in front of you. You don't want to be pressing a button and then it happening a second after. So having that low response time and the high refresh rate is a big plus. Now, when looking at this TV, obviously you can tell it's a premium TV. It's on this amazing base, but it's also extremely thin like most OLEDs that we see out there. But there's more to it than just that. If you want to mount this on the wall, you totally can, but there's a special way to do it because it's supposed to be on the stand, is how they're shipping it. And on the actual stand at the very bottom is the power supply. So if you're going to mount it on the wall, you have to take the power supply out of the stand, which is not very hard. It's only 2 screws. And you have to figure out how you're going to mount that with your mount that you're using, plus your TV, because they have to be next to each other or else it won't work. Definitely a cool concept and something that you're not going to see with pretty much any other model out there. So if you're wall mounting it, make sure to keep that in mind. And if you're hooking it up to a soundbar, I hope you're not hooking it up to a soundbar. No, but seriously, if you're investing this much into a TV like this, I would expect that you would at least have some sort of surround system to match the quality of the TV. And if you don't, if this is, a brand new TV in a brand new room and you're trying to figure that out, go the hardwired route if possible. Have all your equipment in another room, in a rack somewhere. If it's not possible, I do recommend getting a soundbar that you can just put under the TV and mount it on the wall. If it's not mounted on the wall, it might look a little silly under that nice base that it has. So, and as far as soundbar goes, I really only recommend something that might be, mounted on the wall. So, you know what? GX soundbar would be a perfect soundbar for this TV, which, by the time you're watching this, we may or may not have a video on it. So I'll leave that here. But yeah, since we're talking audio, let's go into our next part. Now, the big question that everybody asks is, does this TV need a soundbar? Kind of is my answer for this one. Most of the time I'd say yes, but like we were talking about earlier, you really want to pair this with a full Dolby Atmos surround sound system if possible, just because of the way it looks. Now, if you're mounting it on the wall and you have an entertainment center below, maybe you could get away with a soundbar, but overall I think the soundbar is only going to look great in a situation where you have both the TV and the soundbar mounted on the wall, or there's a large enough distance between the TV and the soundbar, just because this is a gallery style TV. It's really meant for the enthusiast and someone who really appreciates picture. So like I said, I would probably recommend a hardwired system if possible, but soundbars, they can work too. And really the only reason I'm recommending that is because out of the box, this TV actually does sound pretty good, and I think part of that is to do with the bass. So yeah, if this is more of an art piece and you're not really too concerned with how it sounds, because you're not going to be watching a lot of TV and it's going to be more as a statement piece, then I guess you don't have to invest in anything other than the TV, but it's really up to your situation. Now, when it comes to some of my favorite things about this TV in particular, is really a toss-up between a lot of different features that I really like. So we'll start off with the 8K OLED screen. I mean, first off, the picture is definitely one of the best that I've ever seen, and I was really excited to be able to experience this, because it's not every day you get to see an 8K OLED. So yeah, incredible screen. On top of that is the fact that it's on this really cool looking base, and I could definitely see in a lifestyle setting in some super nice houses where this would look amazing. And if you didn't even want to have it on the base, it'll also look great on the wall. Also, something that I didn't really mention but I wanted to point out is the cable management on this TV is actually really good, and they allow you to hide the cables within the base if you're doing that. If you're mounting it on the wall, you kind of have to figure out your own solution, but just kind of that attention to detail on a TV like this is definitely something I expect, and I think they did really good on. And as far as sizes go, you can pick this up in 77 inches or 88 inches, and here are the dimensions. If you are potentially interested in picking one of these up, make sure you email YouTube at Waltz so we can get a special order and special discount for you. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section. As always, we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@waltz so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.